I had a question on the Warped Tour, dude. How sketchy were those ramps? I think I remember hearing a story like the first day you jumped through the landing ramp or something like that, right?
Yeah, me and Link tested them out with Mickey at Link's place.
Just plywood.
It was just literally a cheese wedge landing, and a decent, the first version of the freestyle takeoffs, and so we tested them out. It was only at 65 feet, it's a little shorter than our normal contests were, but the ramps get shipped off to Arizona, and when they built the landings, they did the support struts going down the ramp. So rather than across, it's just a learning curve. And so we learned. Yeah, I was the guinea pig on that one. And so our first show was in like Phoenix, like 110 degrees out. So the heat dried the wood out even worse. So I went first time. I think it was me and Feist, and I went first time. And when I landed, my front tire punched right through it, and then just spit me over the bars, sliding down the asphalt. We're riding t-shirts, so it's like just blew my arms apart.
First day of tour.
Yeah, first day of tour. And then Mickey was just band-aiding these things. Dude, there was such pile of shit landings. And just every day there would be like a lumber truck showing up, and he's just adding supports.
More, making it thicker and thicker
just
and
thicker and thicker, just trying to get it through this tour.
This Warped Tour at the time, this was like the era of like Warped Tour. Was there anything else that was like that before Warped Tour?
That was the first for moto for sure.
That's about it. I remember seeing people are talking about it because you didn't really see it on anything back then. Like there wasn't the internet. Like,
no, I think it.
I remember going to San Diego Warped Tour and watching you guys, or like Ventura Warped Tour, and seeing everyone ride. I was like, dude, that's sick.
I think it was cool because it, in the pre-internet days, it kind of put us on that pedestal. Having all these punk rock kids see us, and then those are the days of MTV when they actually did and showed music. Like I remember they came out and did like a little thing with, I think it was like Eminem and us, but it was, it was one of those like little first small initial steps that kind of like getting our mainstream seeing us.
Brought awareness to freestyle.
Yeah.
And I think it was cool too. Cause like I remember riding Warped Tour years after you, like there was always dope punk bands that you would go on tour with. And then by the end of the tour, you guys are all best friends.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, they're just as big as a fan of you as you are of them,
Totally.
So that was a super fun era for sure.
Well, and with the moto videos, the SoCal punk rock was the soundtrack of all the videos.
Yeah. We were already using all their music, and then we got to meet them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a cool combo. The energy of the culture for sure. It progressed the industry though. Like you guys definitely brought it. I don't want to say mainstream because people will take that the wrong way, but it definitely put it on the map that you guys can now make this a career and be superstars. Because there was no platform for anybody to visibly see it.
Well, especially again for the timing of it, it was such a shock and awe sport. Like people seeing motorcycles flying through the air was such a big deal at that time. The only exposure you could have to that before that was go to a supercross race. So to see it front and narrow, or front and center in front of you, and then as like MTV Sports and Music Festival happened and all these things, it was just great timing for us.